And we are live. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for this is the Only Junior Channel podcast. I have good, beautiful people here. I have Poare, and I have Sia. They are great individuals. I met Poare through basic military training and everything. So a while back, man, it's just a coincidence that we're in the same base now, and then it's just amazing. I ran into you in the DFAC last year, so it's really good for us to connect. So we just gonna pretty much just have a little discussion, man. It's just been a lot of things going on. But before we get into that, so Poare, introduce yourself to the fans, man.
Well, you pretty much introduced me. Next day the poor, living life in the Air Force. Good time. It's a good
Okay.
time. Definitely recommend it. Jones
Okay.
here, he's a good man. He's a good man. He can fix some bomb cinnamon rolls. Just saying.
Oh, for
Thank
all
you. I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna post that on the community. Yeah, thank
Yeah, well,
you.
I'm from Ohio, a little small town in Ohio.
Okay.
So joining was actually kind of like a huge culture shock. As Sia can vouch for.
All right. Okay. Okay.
So that was pretty much it. I'm 26 from Ohio, living life.
Good. 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 What about you, Sia?
First things first, are we allowed to curse on here? I probably should not do that.
You can. It's okay.
Oh wait, are we live on Facebook? Where are we live at?
Facebook and YouTube.
Did it? My name's Sia. My last name's Placencia, but I don't know. For some reason, people can't pronounce that at all, so I go by Sia. Also in the military. How long have we been here? Shit, like 10 months?
Okay.
I'm gonna say that. Yeah.
A full gestation period about. But yeah, I'm from Houston, Texas. Let's get into it. Let's do this shit.
Good. All right, let's get into it. So we can talk about things that we learned so far with this. How you guys feel about this whole this COVID-19 stuff, man? You think it's I just want your thoughts on it, man. Because it's a lot of young people getting it. I know, especially from where I'm from in Michigan. It's really sad. I actually wrote a condolence letter to one of the, to the mother and everything. It was a gentleman. He was like 20 years old and died from it. A lot of people have complications from it. I don't know if you guys know, it was on TMZ, a Detroit bus driver. He went viral. He was making a video talking about it's ridiculous. I'm working and all these passengers coughing. And 2 or 3 days later, he died from it. I believe he was in his 40s. But yeah, it's a really serious thing. A lot of people in the Midwest are catching this, man, and all over the country. But I just want you guys' thoughts on that, man. Like, any safety precautions you guys taking it, or you think it's just a hoax or anything?
Honestly, since I really didn't take it seriously at the beginning. I was like, this is dumb. Like, why do we have to do this? Why do we have to do that? Take all these stupid precautions. But now I actually am taking it seriously, especially since I'm doing the screening.
Okay.
Now, it's serious, and there's a lot of shit going down right now. And I think it's up to us. I think it's up to keep us in check and keep everyone else in check to really get through this, man. What do you think, man?
At first, I didn't really take it too serious, I guess. But it was also this kind of thing too, to where I do agree with some doctors that media has definitely blown it up into something it really wasn't.
Okay.
I mean, just kind of watching other social medias and stuff like that, there was doctors going on saying they'd rather have the flu than coronavirus, but they stayed to also still take it seriously as if it's the flu, because the flu does kill people every year. We all know that. But I don't know, I do agree with, kind of looking at it now, I do agree with everybody should stay the distances away from, because even if I get it and I might just get a cough for 2 weeks and it'll be tough as shit, it may not affect me that much. But if I were to go home to Ohio where my grandmother is, it would take her out, no doubt. She has health problems. So if I took that home, even if I just thought it was just some sniffles or my allergies, but I actually had the corona and didn't realize it, I could definitely take that home. So yeah, I really do think people should take it seriously, just because how fast it can spread.
Mhm.
Like it
That's,
can spread super like dumb fast.
yeah, based on my knowledge, I know it's like influenza A, like it's spreading quickly. You know, I did hear that it can die off like in 80-degree weather. You know, like if you look at like places like Africa and certain countries in Africa, it's not too many cases there. They're able to maintain it. I think it's due to the temperature as well. You know, but because like in the Midwest right now, it is it's still sort of like mild, like still a little cold a little bit. So and then we still overcoming the flu season because 110,000 people died from the flu this year. You know,
Right.
that's staggering numbers though. But
Right.
then again, too, media's not reporting how many people are recovering from this coronavirus as well. So I mean, some people have like some people saying it's a lot of scare tactics that's going on here as well.
And they're also, even when they do talk about like, if a certain story comes up like, oh, this this 20-year-old passed away from the coronavirus, that's all they're saying. They're not saying, oh, but this 20-year-old also had asthma, all kinds of other health conditions that it just did not help and it just piled on, just like if he were just got the flu.
Right. Right.
But I'm curious. My friend brought this up to me the other day. I don't know how true it was, but it did make me think. He said supposedly the word is that this will die off because the heat from the summer will kill
Right.
it. But just like how the flu comes back every year at a certain time, is this going to come back? Like it did. Like, is the corona just like another flu we have to worry about yearly? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Let's
I was thinking
think
about
about
that.
it. Like, what
Like,
is it?
what's the solution to it? Because, well, like I said, people still die every year from the flu, and we have vaccines for that. And
Mhm.
in most like healthcare jobs, you're required to take a shot for it. You know, and I know some people. I used to work in the hospital for like what 5 years, so do customer service there, and like people still was getting sick from just the shot itself. So we don't know, like that's what I'm saying. That it's kind of scary. I don't know what the future holds in that.
Just have to wait and find out. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have any kind of like cures or anything for it that they know of right now, or is it just they're just kind of riding it out
They
and
kind of
treating it?
well, I heard there are testing kits. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Yeah, I heard about the testing kits.
Yeah. So
Is that was for? I thought that was just for like just testing if people had it. I don't know if it was testing for a cure.
I mean, they're still working on like the FDA is like working on the vaccine and all these other companies, but it's really hard to say
Right.
because I put like the misinformation.
mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to say it's one thing and then I can't back it up with like actual sources. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I have like little information on that, but yeah, it's a really sad thing, I mean, like I said, I went to Sam's Club today and they had like a greeter, she was just like just dividing people, say, all right, we're gonna sanitize these baskets and all this other shopping carts before you guys come one at a time. I'm like, wow,
Yeah, they're taking it really seriously.
yeah, they are,
Yeah.
Well, so how's it you guys go, I guess then Poare and Sia, how's it affecting you guys, positively or the negative way? So we can start from the negative, like how's it kind of affecting you guys in a way as far as this whole COVID thing?
Yeah, I feel like a trapped tiger. You know how they like walk across and they're like just like freaking
Yeah.
like a tiger. I'm just like, oh, I need to like do something. I need to go to the gym. I need to like go place like just get out. But you like suck it up and do what you got to do.
True.
Right. I just think I know it's to me it doesn't have to be like this, but it has definitely made me a little lazy. Like not having to wake up at 6 in the morning for work, because
Right.
that like once I get up for that, get my uniform on and like go to work,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Like I'm set at the end of the evening, after the end of the day, like I'll go do some PT, like keep
Mm-hmm.
my health up. I try to at least. But now, like since I don't really have to do that, it's definitely kind of made me lazy.
Want to go like running later, running/walking later.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I can say that too. Waking up a little bit late. We gotta get back to that
Yeah.
schedule. Back to work day. So I'm like, dang man, it's like You know, waking up it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. Like I rarely do that. Like I usually wake up about 7, 6. You know, yeah, it is funny.
Yeah, right.
And my
You're like,
sleeping
man,
schedule has
what
been
should I do today? You know, like,
The fact you get like some omelets and then you go home or you go to work. Excuse me.
right. Well, I will say I started being creative a lot more. I've been cooking a lot more. I've been baking. I never baked before it and doing a pretty good job so far. You know, so yeah, so that's because so let's talk about the positive. So what's any positive things that's been going on since you learned from this COVID-19 lockdown?
Who my actual friends are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone like checking up on me, checking up on my family.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, no, kind of agree with that. Just kind of, I mean, it's not really too many positive things, I guess. But I mean, I guess it could. Like, I mean, it definitely has made me closer to my group of friends here as well. Just because we're all not working as much, we're all trying to find something to do, so we're all hanging out. Like just the other day when we all hung out, she
right.
brought the wheat cinnamon rolls. Never could, didn't think you could bomb out some cinnamon rolls, but hey, learned something new.
Yeah.
Now I know who's gonna make me fat and sassy when I want to. So
That's funny.
That's good. Lo, I was gonna say, did you guys discover any type of talents so far? Like, since being locked down. The reason why I brought that up, some people like, yeah, well, since this coronavirus, I've been off of work for like a month almost. Like I did some things that I normally wouldn't do. That I didn't think I was capable of. You guys didn't discover any type of hidden talents, or it's just been kind of like just the same.
no.
Like on my art and such.
Okay.
Yeah. Something so like let my damn brains out, just to keep your mind going.
That's good. Yeah, staying productive. That's good.
What about you? Have you got anything? Have you like discovered anything?
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, so I guess baking a little bit. I mean, I didn't think I would enjoy it. Now before I cook. So I was just like experimenting, like, hey, let me try this, out, let me look up some ingredients. And I learned something. I learned that your measurements in baking has to be precise, you know. I learned that you can't just do what you want to do as far as cooking. Cooking, you can kind of get away with it. But when it comes to baking, you gotta know what you're doing. If you don't put the right amount of sugar in it, it might not taste okay. You put too much sugar, it might be too sweet. You don't put enough flour in it, it's gonna be hard. The dough be sticky. If you put too much flour, it can crack. It's all these type of stuff, man. What type of milk and brand? It's a lot. It's not hard, but it's a lot of more attention to detail. I kind of learned that. You know, um, yeah, but I mean, I say positive things. As far as like YouTube, I've been taking that a lot more serious. I've been having a lot more time to do it, which is good. Checking up on my family. My relationship with my mother's been going really well. So, a lot of things been going good so far. The only sucky part is, you can't really I can't really see, my fiance right now because she's in Florida, so we're kind of long distance, which sucks. But it's all gonna be temporary though. But yeah, that's the only thing. So I try to make it, turn a negative to a positive. That's what we're talking about now. But yeah, shoot. I guess we can talk about social justice. This is something for you, Sia, too. I know, right? Now, this is not a debate. It's not a debate. I just kind of want to know your thoughts on things and stuff because we had interesting conversations. You can start jumping here too, Poare. We had interesting conversations, about just things going on in the world and what society thinks. So, I mean, we can talk about anything, literally feminism, all kinds of stuff that you want. So, like, Mom was going to ask you, what made you become like very a supporter of feminism, all that type of stuff? What would you see the direction? Like, do you think it's a positive direction, like as men should actually embrace too? Because yeah, go ahead.
Women can't do it without men support. That's just pretty simple. We're not like obviously don't speak for the entire feminist movement, but I think that like I said, we need like support. We can't just be like pushing all men to the wayside. No, we're better than men. We can do everything men can. Like no, like we're not here to push anyone down. We're here to bring people up.
Okay, so it's pretty much like, regardless of your gender, we should uplift each other up. Basically, I mean that's what it is. Because the reason why I brought this, because like some like feminism, it kind of got like a bad rep, as far as like they put men down, feel like they want equal rights. But when it comes to like pandemics like this, like we had a nurse from New York, she quit her job. And
Yeah.
so men was like, see, now y'all want equal rights and all this stuff. She quitting and stuff. That's ridiculous. You got male nurses not quitting. So I mean, you got some people on that, you know.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So they was just like, so how you going to be equal, but you don't want to fight this virus, and it's all kinds of stuff. So I don't know.
Of course, they'd be throwing that card out there, like, "Oh, we want equal rights." Oh.
Yeah, I was just like, dang. I want to see. And then I wonder what Sia wants to, what she thinks about all that though, because I was like, oh shoot.
I don't think gender has anything to do with it.
Okay.
In my opinion, but I really don't know the whole story.
Okay. What did you pour?
I don't even know, man.
Pretty good.
People are just, oh god. I think people just find something to nitpick about because they're bored, especially now in the coronavirus. Like, it's just getting ridiculous.
Right. Okay.
I think a woman is just as capable as like to doing things as a man is. Honestly, like it's not. I don't think they're. Like I understand some of it's like, oh, equal. We want equal rights. Like I feel like you do, but I don't know. Like I really don't know how to explain it. I have no idea.
That's fair enough.
Riveting.
That's good. I'm gonna get to these comments. He says, shouts out to just DeAndre. He lives in Japan. He used to be in the Navy. He's a real good dude. He said the corona has been around since the 1960s in the US.
Is that a real thing?
I think I'm at the research there, but I did hear there are 19 strands of it. So I mean, we on the.
I think that it because I know I read like an article saying like a doctor went on to like a rant and he mentioned that there was a case of coronavirus in China in like 2003, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was contained and nothing really came of it. It didn't spread or anything.
Okay.
So it just never really blew up. The media didn't blow it up because it didn't spread because it was only one little person. And it didn't kill the guy. He got over it just like how we get over like flu and stuff. But
so it went through his system.
He went just because it spread through other people, and then a few people died from it. And then China, knowing what it was, just tried to contain it and took the precautions. Well, that got other people's attention. Like, hey man, why are they doing all this stuff? Like, what is this? Like, what's this sickness here? What's it called? And they said it was the corona. And then our media just blew it up. I mean, that was just kind of like the article I read that he was like mentioning how it kind of just played out. So it could have been probably like since like in the 60s. He probably is right. It wouldn't surprise me. I really do think the media did blow it up more than it needed to. It put people in a panic.
Like a 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah, like it put people in. Because I'm sure there's people right now getting inside of like a bunker that they built all their lives.
Okay, well, think about like a hurricane, like Hurricane Harvey, for example. Like that's everything. Hurricane Harvey, every single day, every single time you put on the news, hurricane. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna it's just gonna keep escalating, keep continuing until everything dies down.
Yep.
You brought up something good. Let's see, when you said the Hurricane Harvey, because I think that this happened before you was in the military, if I'm not mistaken, right? That was that it was a flood and everything. So how did that? Because that affected the Houston area like pretty drastically. So how did you and your family cope with that? Like, what you guys do? Was you guys preparing? Like,
I mean, like really fortunate as far as like our house didn't flood. I know my sister's house flooded in Beaumont. She got like a foot or two in their home. They were displaced for a while, but like back to our home, we were one of the lucky ones. It didn't really affect our home too much. we were prepared. It was really cool, but it was like the coolest part is like what inspired me to like join the military is watching all this like National Guard around like saving people, and I was like, whoa, that's what I want to do. It's
Okay.
like one of the reasons I joined, so I could do really awesome stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because see, and that's the thing. Because I know of course, I've been to Texas. I've been training there for basic training, but I haven't been to Houston. But Joel Osteen got a big church down there,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and so he was catching a lot of flack because he didn't want to open his church to the flood victims. I don't know, you guys are religious or anything. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Do you think he should? Do you think he did the right thing? Not opening his church in that particular moment in time of crisis like this, or?
I think at first he didn't, and
Mm-hmm.
something about safety from what I remember, and then eventually he did. I'm not really into mega churches. I'm not really religious myself.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like if anyone would be able to help it would be him, or like giant companies, giant corporations like that, who have the facilities, who have the extra cash, who have like extra space for people who are displaced.
Okay.
Why he didn't like open his doors for people, or
From my knowledge, I think because it happened, and on top of that too, you understand, you open your doors to strangers, a lot of people, and so you gotta understand, even though he may have the money and stuff, but who's gonna take care of those people? You know what I'm saying? You don't know. It's hard to explain. This is like, like say you got a big house, right? And now you want to help, but you want to do it discreetly in a way like, hey, I'm gonna help like 10, 15 people if I can, but open your doors to a large amount of people that you don't know, different people coming in. You don't know if they're rapists. You don't know what, so I was just thinking that Joe Osteen was probably thinking about, okay, I can potentially get sued. Will somebody get died in my church? Will somebody, get raped in my church that I don't know, and I open my home or my church home to all these people, now I'm putting a lot of people at risk. He was probably thinking about along those lines. Then he was thinking about, okay, I got to get first aid. I got to get employees. I got to get people to feed these people. It's a lot of, so I'm just thinking on that, on his terms, why he didn't church,
I didn't think about that. I mean, I didn't even think about the business aspect of that side.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have thought about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, because you had to think about
it.
Yeah.
Because like in the heat of the moment, it wasn't like. Now I'm sure if somebody probably would have asked him like months before they saw he sounded like, would you open your doors for that kind of situation? He probably would have said yeah, but in the heat of the moment, all that stuff just straight up ran through his mind. He's like, no, I can't. Like I can't. It's too risky. Yeah, I understand that.
Joel,
do I think he's unholy because he didn't do it? No, he was being human and thinking of consequences. Like that, but I'm sure some people are like, oh, he didn't open his doors. He's unfit for the gates. Condemn him. Like, there's people out there. There's probably still people out there who don't like this dude.
Well, I'm pretty sure like the Toyota Center opened, it became a shelter. I don't know what the owner of that was thinking, but he opened his doors immediately.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So I know like stadiums and shit have done that, and they did that for like Katrina, I think it was in the past.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, actually, because that happened back in 2005. I remember we went in 2007. That's a mission trip at my church. We was in Louisiana, and they were still suffering. That was 2 years after. It was still people like homeless. Ninth Ward, a lot of Louisiana. It was really messed up. So, but we helped them out. We was with this church. We had a lot of food. We donated to a lot of people. Prayed for the people. So that's giving back. You just do what you can. What was interesting enough, when I was over there, my parents drove there. It was a lot of RVs, and we was thinking like, why? How come the council or the government did not give the homeless people the RVs to live in? It was really like fresh RVs there. Like it was thousands of them. This something that came into mind, but that's really kind of gave me inspiration. Like, if if I get in a position or something, I would love to. If we in a pandemic or something, I would love to help people as much as possible. You know.
Think about what's going down in Las Vegas right now. All these people are like so homeless, and they like painted boxes like for like a 6 foot distance,
Yeah.
and they're all sleeping on the ground. And look at all these hotels that are like empty.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people mentioned they're like, why don't you just let all these humans, these people, stay in these empty hotel rooms? And it's really frustrating sometimes. But I do agree. If I had extra to give, I would love to help.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's amazing though. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, like little gestures that we did yesterday. You know, hey, we ate. You know, we ate food. You know, and that's important. You know, I just think that at times like this, you know, understand your neighbors, who your neighbors are. You know, don't be enemy with your neighbors because that will be hard. You know, you want people to look out for others. You know, so you know, it's just little things like that. If you don't have money to give, you know, you can cook or you can call them, knock on the door. Hey, how you doing? I just want to see how you doing. Start a conversation with them. Just little things that we can do as humans. You know, but that's what I kind of learned too with the COVID stuff. Yeah, what you said earlier that your friends, you learn who your real friends are. You know, this is a question too. I'm gonna bring out like as society. Do you think society is like really selfish in a way? Because when I mean this, you go see these grocery stores, it's like you know everything is like gone. You know, nobody really care about each other no more like that. You know, it's just I feel like we kind of lost human connection as technology evolved. So I want you guys' thoughts on that. Do you think as humans it's kind of lost interaction with people?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Like because of technology, like we don't interact. This is kind of like an example I can probably even bring up is just like look at it as if as this is back in the day, like before we had phones or social media or
Yeah.
stuff to get distracted by. Like I wonder if all this happening in Corona would without social media and the media and stuff, would the coronavirus like would have crept up on people and then it would have took out more people because they didn't have the news blowing it up or
Mm.
to like get people aware of it, or would it just be like kind of normal and then they just think the flu is getting worse or something because by then they know the flu is around, but you know but plus also like travel between countries probably wasn't as frequent as it is now too because of like the planes that we have and all that.
True.
I think so. Shoot, it probably couldn't even be if it came over. It would just be from the traveling that's done just to like ship goods and stuff back and forth between like where we get everything. But I mean, yeah, I definitely think like technology has a huge effect on how we interact with one another, and I think it made people lost in the sense of like caring for others. Because I feel like if this was like back in the day, like for example, I would probably know my roommate like on a personal level if it wasn't for video games and like any kind of social media.
Right.
Like I would probably like we all would have more friends and know a lot more people because even if it's something as simple as like standing in line at Burger King, people are on their phones. So they don't have to associate with no one next to them. Like they're
Right.
face down looking at their phone, scrolling through something. Or like I mean, I'm sure everyone's done this. I've done it. If I was just feeling antisocial and I seen someone walking towards me, I just look down at my phone. I wouldn't even be looking at nothing. I would just move
Just
my
looking at a
phone.
black screen.
Yeah. I'd be looking at a blank screen, just like, okay, they think I'm busy right now. Don't look at me. Like
Right.
for real. Like I think that has completely changed it. I mean, and it's changed everybody in every sense. Like as far as like making friends, keeping a relationship stable, and working on it instead of just being like, you know what, like I'm mad at him or I'm mad at her. And then all of a sudden, boop, you got that ex coming back up in your DMs, or you just have that easy access to get a hold of your ex. Therefore, a lot of relationships fail because people just don't work on it really too much. They might work a little bit, and that's it. When back in the day, you hear these older couples that have been together for 30 years. Yes, because they didn't have Facebook or Tinder. They've had to work on their stuff.
Right. Right.
But yeah.
Right. That's true. Like,
Social media, man, taking over the world. It's changed everybody.
man, that is true. That is true. We're gonna get into that too. What about you, Sia? You think human interaction has been affected so far as technology involved?
I fully embrace it. I see it a little bit differently. I think I see it more in like a positive light because I feel like we wouldn't be able to connect with all these like really awesome people that we would have never met otherwise. Like I know gamers have their friends from around the world, and that's like really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's actually made it more accessible. Like we're able to do this. I think that's really cool.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Pros and cons to it. Well, I remember.
Negative.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember like in late 90s, early 2000s, man, we all used to always go outside and play. Like we used to always I remember we moved into a neighborhood, right? So we moved into a suburban area in Michigan, right? And so we was there and like people knocked on the door, hey, my name is John and my wife Susie, you guys are new neighbors here. Bake some cookies, you wanna, welcome you to the neighborhood. I was like, oh, well, thank you. While we moving refrigerators into the home and stuff like that. So, people used to introduce themselves to us, and they used to say, hey, are you guys renting? Are you guys doing this and all that type of stuff? We tell them and everything like, oh, okay. And, and that's a good community building. You got some neighborhoods that still do that, but you still lose that. I don't see that as much, nowadays. Like you move in, I don't even know my neighbors. I don't even know who's next to me. And that's scary.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like if you live in, especially you close proximity with one another, you I mean, I'm not saying to be best friends with them, but at least kind of have a general understanding what the person is. Because if something goes on in your neighborhood, that's why you have neighborhood watches and all this type of stuff. You guys can kind of understand and stand up like, okay, no, we need to go to our city council. We need to talk about this. We need to, but everybody has a lot of people have this individual mindset, that's really going on.
Yeah, remember at Basic when we weren't allowed to have our phones, we had to like actually look up and like talk to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people about went crazy in that 2 months time, like because of it. Granted, you're in a dorm with 50 people. Yeah, it's a little bit different.
I mean, like our generation is like, if I don't know you, I don't like. Honestly, if like a stranger comes up to me and talks to me, I'm like, I don't know who you are. Please don't talk to me.
And that's crazy because I know it never used to be like that. Like,
I mean, you got people like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, shake your hands and stuff like that, and you keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you say, it will change the life. What you about to say, Nate?
I wonder if it's actually going to change one, like the older generation who really did not have the technology.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, like, once that generation has, eventually like faded, and then this newer generation has come in where the technology came in. I wonder if that's going to change, like, social interaction. For example, like where my parents live, we have neighbors, and they actually know them. They're an older couple. But how they met is like when my parents first moved there, they were growing like vegetables and stuff in a garden. So they brought some to my parents.
Okay.
And then they just pretty much became neighbors, and they would go over the house a lot and talk and chit chat. Well, a newer couple moved in before I went to the Air Force, and they were younger. And they were into social media. My parents have probably seen them like 3 times in the past, maybe like 4 years. Wow. So it's like, it's really interesting. So that's what it's making me think, like, what if the older generation, once they're completely gone, is that interaction going to fade? Where people would just go over and be like, hey, I'm growing, this zucchini and cucumbers. Do you want some of this? Like, I got plenty of corn left too. Like, you want some of that? Like, no, it's more like going to be like how some people's mentality is. It's like, yeah, I got like all this food, but they're going to look at the neighbors and be like, I don't know you, so I don't want you to eat my food, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's sad though, man. I remember I mean, nowadays, I remember you saying it would be like one of the worst times to have a child right now, man. Like growing up into this, like this whole COVID stuff. I mean, they can't even like really go outside and do too much right now. I
No,
mean,
we're playing outside. I'm not. Even like my friend and her kids, like
yeah,
she tries to limit on how much they're on social media and just
okay,
like on their phones and stuff.
yeah,
But her little boy is not too much of a problem. He really wants to go outside all the time. But
also, yeah,
her little
exactly.
girl is like face down in a phone. She's like, nah,
Mhm.
I'm not doing that. Taking it.
Man,
No,
it's
no.
crazy.
Not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I really don't mind not knowing my neighbors. Maybe that's
See?
like growing up in a large city. Like I don't know. I
That's
don't.
good
I mean,
though.
like, so, like, 'cause I know, yeah,
Yeah,
Houston is big, So I mean, like, you don't. I mean, you don't go around like, "Hey, my name is Sia. I just, I'm going to introduce myself." Like,
personality. I mean, I'm just like
You
a
are not a social butterfly.
introvert, I guess.
I'm surprised I even met you in FTech.
No, oh my gosh, I swear with that.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I guess it goes by your personality too. I mean, if you're introverted, yeah, I mean, that's you can't really kind of control that. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
introverted. I know how it is. You kind of want your alone time. You want less stimulus as possible. I understand that.
I value
I
it.
think technology has ruined that for me. Because I
Yeah.
remember when I was little, when I was in school, I talked to a lot of people. Like I always try to like hang out with people or try to make people laugh or just do something like that. Now, like as I got older and I started playing video games, I like became in this little shell. And every now and then, like I'm trying to burst back out of that, especially being in the Air Force. But I definitely see my social battery will drain. And then like some weekends, I just be like, hey guys, yeah, I don't want to hang out. Like I just want to chill, go out, watch Netflix, and play video games, and it's gonna be a good time.
I handle people in doses. So I hang out when I want to hang out. Don't hang out when
Exactly. That's kind of how I want to hang out when I want to hang out. Like don't.
Okay. So you're not like, hey, we're gonna hang out at this time. Like, no, I'll do it. I'm gonna set the schedule. It's sort of like that.
Yeah, I'm also a control freak. So
Okay.
Now sometimes I'll be in that mood, and somebody might hit me up. I just be like, hey, do you want to hang out? I'm like, no. And then 2 seconds later, it's like a flip. Like, no, I really want to hang out with someone. Like, hey, you still want to hang out? Like, they get back. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's a good time. I blame social media and technology.
The social media. Yeah, I mean, I would say you can communicate a lot faster. You can send stuff a lot faster. I mean, you can gain information a lot faster, learn a lot of things. So there's some pros to it. I mean,
it's important to embrace it because it's not going away anytime soon.
oh no, it's gonna keep advancing. Yeah, so just learn how to adapt to it.
Simple fact, I can talk to my brother and stuff. Play games with him. That's cool. Like, he's back in Ohio.
Yeah.
So, like, we'll get on the computer and like talk like kind of like we are now, but just like through audio, just play video games and hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Before, couldn't do that. Had to send letters.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I still send letters, but yeah, I mean, there's so many ways. Email, all kinds of stuff. I mean,
shoot, even when he was in the Army, he was Army infantry. When he went through BMT, there was no special gifts like, hey, you guys get your cell phones, because there really wasn't. Yeah, no, there was no touch screen, not even a touch screen cell phone then. So it was mainly a flip phone if you had anything. But you didn't get that privilege. Like when they got their phone calls, they didn't use cell phones. They used like the actual government phones there, like pay phones. So like it was, he had to send letters if he wanted to contact home. And I don't know about you guys, when I was in BMT, I was getting my letters like super late.
Yeah. Well, see, me too. Well, that's why they gave us that option. I think that your parents had to pay a little bit more, but it was like you can get it instantly, like a day or two.
Yeah.
Was you had to sign up for it. And I was,
I know. Now, if we were on a longer BMT, I probably would have done that. But 2 months, like I can wait like a week or two. No, I was more like 3 weeks. I didn't get some of my mail that my friends sent out. They sent it out when we were in like week 3. I didn't get it until like week 6. We were almost done and almost graduated. So I'm like, well, I'm not even gonna reply because by the time you guys probably get this, you're gonna see me at graduation. So,
right.
My family, I had them send. Well, I didn't have them do it. They chose to, and my grandparents and my dad, they wrote me every single day.
Wow.
Since the day I left.
That's good. That emotional support is good. Yeah, that's good. I was getting letters from my grandma, my mom, my dad. It was a little late though, because I first like, dang, are they getting my letters? Like, I was just like, everybody getting their letters in the day room. I'm like, dang, what about me? Like, I was like, oh,
Same. Yeah, that's man.
but it was all good though. I kept it moving. That's all that matters. That's a good thing though. Well, I was gonna say this too, man. I don't know if you. I'm not trying to have the news consume me because I've heard you say that too, Sia, before. But it's like
You the news consumes you, bro.
That's spirit. Such a good soul.
I know. So I was saying, like, do you think like some of the politicians or the city council kind of failed the people in a way? So the reason why I brought that up, remember, Amari Hardy from Florida, he went into the mayor's face about this whole situation about cutting people's waters off, during this pandemic. And then, you look at little things like that, man, that's going on in society, like, people's waters getting.
Like,
Yeah, this was in Lake Beach, Florida. They had a city council meeting about that. He was the city commissioner. He got upset. And he was like, "Why are you turning people's water off?" And it's a pandemic going on. So when you look at those things and see, you be thinking like, "Dang, like and they still want votes at the end of the day too."
They couldn't afford their bill or something. They couldn't afford their bill or something.
I think that's what it was. But when it's a pandemic, she could at least talk to the water, companies and like, hey, it's just something serious going on. Let's suspend the bill till further notice. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I just think that it's some leadership. I'm not saying all, but some politicians and stuff are not doing their jobs. And I think after this COVID-19 stuff is over, it's gonna really expose them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, what you guys think about that? You think some politicians like that are not doing a good job, or you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's really important to contact your local government. If you're not happy with something, you need to let them know. Even for like we mentioned Harvey earlier, a lot of people they talk to the bank. I know my buddy didn't have to pay student loans for a month.
They suspend student loans. Okay.
Yeah, so no, I think it's up to everybody, especially businesses, to I know right now they did a halt on evictions.
I
think federally.
Yeah.
So you can't kick anybody out right now because that's just inhumane and cruel. But like you said, I think it's very important to contact your local politician. And they're voted. They can be voted out as well. So if you're not having it, if you don't like them, you don't like their policies, you can get the hell out of there.
Right.
True.
Yeah. Didn't Trump do something with student loans now? Didn't he suspend the interest? I think at least on all student loans out there.
I don't know.
There's no interest on them.
No, I have to get back on you on that.
What I heard about this was towards the beginning when it started getting more serious, and I think it was when Ohio actually started to hint they were actually going to go on a huge quarantine and start closing everything down. It was before. No, it was actually during his speech. The first time he came out and addressed everybody, and that's when he announced that Google was helping with everything and Walgreens, CVS, and all that. I think he said it during his speech that something to do with student loans, they were canceling or suspending all the interest on it. Not saying they were gonna just forgive all of it, but just take out the interest at least. That way, that would help people because that is just, man, freaking.
It's real interesting too with the college students. A lot of them, because I know in Michigan, they suspended school for the rest of the year. Governor Richmond did that. A lot of schools are suspended, and if you're a college student and your primary source of income in that particular time was work study, you rely on that campus to be open, and now you got a lot of college students forced to live back at home, or some of them actually got apartments near the campus, and they use that rent, the money that they're making at school. Now, since that's suspended, a lot of them kind of dang, how much still pursue my education if because you still got to pay that internet bill. You get what I'm saying? If you want to get that internet access, it's affecting a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
I'm just thinking
single parents at home who have to work, or maybe they had to work in the beginning, and they're relying on school and maybe like an after school program to take care of their children. And
Mhm.
that's rough. That's a
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
Check
So,
it
what do
out.
you guys think like the future? What's the future's going to hold? Like after this is over, like do you think like in society, far as like we're not going to be really shaking people's hands like that anymore? We're going to be like, do you think it's going to be like okay, well that was just a thing back in 2020. We're good now, or I was just trying to figure like is this going to like change a lot of things?
I think we're going to be more reliant on technology. Firstly, I don't like touching other people anyway.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. Keeping contact, ugh, especially if I don't know you. But I think we're going to rely more on technology, like all these like awesome like conversations like this. I think you're going to be able to Skype with your doctor. I think there's a lot of stuff,
Okay.
things more efficient. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. What about you, Poor?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's gonna be people. They're still gonna wear masks and be just super cautious, probably for the next like 3 years after this.
Okay.
But then there's gonna be some people. It's like as soon as it's over, they're gonna go right back to how they lived before, however that is. Just gonna be like, oh yeah, like it happened. It's just kind of like the flu. People go right back to normal life right after the flu season's kind of over.
That's all we're trying to do is get back to normal.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, I am curious to see if like the government is gonna learn from this and set up certain things if this ever happens again, to where like if like how these jobs now, like the restaurants and the bars and all that, close down again, are they going to create like a fund to just have money in there or something like that? So if this happens again, they would be able to distribute money out, or at least give some people some sort of like check monthly for as long as it lasts. That way they can like hold out until that. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because like like shops and bakery shops and clubs, all this type of stuff, man, that requires a lot of people. You know, some people might be apprehensive going back. Um, and that's the thing, too. So, well, we'll see. It's gonna be really interesting, though. I'm pretty sure it might be some new laws that's gonna be in place. We may have to get some forced shots, every year, another shot every year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Take it or not with it.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like business wise, like businesses, like small businesses, it's going to be really devastating.
Mhm.
Like little mom and pop shops, like privately owned restaurants and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, the government has put stuff in place for stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like a small
Even like cruises and stuff.
a lot.
They were
Oh,
asking for
cruises. Yeah, I want to take a cruise like next year, but I mean, it's all this stuff going on. I don't know, like that's that's interesting though. Yeah, cruises and Disneyland, Disney World. When Disney World was closed,
They're already
I
out
was
of the
like,
world. They're fine.
but when, this, no, but when Disney World was closed, I was like, oh yeah, this is something serious. This is. I'm
Oh, this
they
is serious. This is getting real crap. Disney's closing down.
I'm like, whoa, like I love Disney World. It's just fun.
So,
Yeah. I'm like, what do you mean?
Disney
I ain't gonna lie though. I miss going to the movies though. I miss.
I was just thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, man, I want to go to the movies. This
But
sucks.
I really do. I'm gonna clap at every preview. Once this is over, I miss it. I miss it so much. I would be. You know me, Poor. I do movie reviews a lot. All I've been doing is like go on Netflix and I've been baking a lot more, so that's what I've been doing. But going to the movies, I love the movies. I love the movies. I know you got Fire Stick and stuff, but I just like going to the movies and watching it.
Yeah, there's just something about actually going to a theater and just watching a movie as it comes out. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that media is just not going to kill, or I mean, at least like Netflix and stuff like that. That's just the one thing it's just not going to kill. Going to the movies is like exhilarating for me. It's fun.
Yes.
I never usually if we went to the movies when I was little, that was a privilege. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, so when I grew, like, once I got out on my own and got my own money, I was going to the movies every weekend.
Yes.
And
Every
I still
Friday.
have that need. I was like, man, I need to go to the movies. I need to sit down with loud speakers and explosions.
Yes.
And a big screen and just, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I remember one time I went to the movies to see that. That's when Transformers was very popular. When Shia LaBeouf was in it, I was like, "Hey man, it was like 07. Let's go ahead and go see this Transformers." All of us came, 10 of us came. We sitting in the front row, like, man, this is sweet. Like Transformers 1, 2, and 3. Then it got kind of crazy after that. But yeah, but Transformers 1 was sweet, man. I remember. I used to love that.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
I miss the movie so much. I actually might put my contacts in and go watch a 3D movie when this is all over. I'm pumped.
I'm gonna hit so many. Well, first I'm gonna hit the barbershop. I got to do that. Then I'm going to hit to the movies. Yeah. Like I said,
man.
Yeah.
I'm getting poofy.
It's crazy. I miss that. I miss the barbers. I miss the. You know, the barbershop is really important in a community, especially the Black community, man. Because I mean, every time I go to the barbershop, we talk about a lot of stuff. It's a place where people go in, talk a lot of stuff, man, and don't even care what people. You know, it's fun. We talk about sports stuff. We talking about. You know, it's fun. You know, it's a good way. That's a good community building. I think that's an essential business. That should be an open.
I wonder if this is actually going to make people appreciate those things now more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It should. I mean, I appreciate the hell out of grocery store workers.
Yeah, they got. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to handle all that stuff. That's no fun.
I
remember when I worked at Walmart, I was in around self checkouts, and I worked Black Friday. Oh. That was the worst. We should get like triple pay for that crap because that's not even cool, man. I got like elbowed in the ribs because a dude didn't want to wait to scan in his TV. Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is ridiculous. This is so stupid. So stupid. Over a freaking TV, man. Like, come on.
Hey, man. TV is an essential item, man. You do.
Not essential.
Oh, man.
He would have cried if I would have took his little scanner thing and ripped it. Like, oh man,
right.
Game, huh?
Right.
Couldn't have elbowed me. Enjoy that TV now.
Exactly. Man, oh man. Oh wow. Yeah, those are some good times, man. What's up, Levon K-Son? Dude in the chat, man, that's my brother. But yeah, man, you know, yeah, man, good YouTuber, man. People in here. Thank you for everybody in the chat, man. I'm gonna do an interview with just DeAndre about that. He got a lot of information about this coronavirus, so I'll probably do that separately. But this is for you too. And yeah, man. So
people are viewing this right now.
It was about 10 people in here. Now it's like 4 people watching right now.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, people watching and stuff. Yeah, which is good because
things are getting pretty serious. Like we might be famous by tonight.
Right? In this video, I'm like, man, hey, that's what I said. I was like, if you want to show your face, you can. You know, I mean, it's up to you.
I'm talking fast. I don't care to show my face. If people don't like me, then okay, don't watch the video.
Yeah. When I first started off, I was kind of scared to show my face. I was like, no, let me show my face. I don't want people to know what I look like, so it don't matter. You know, who cares?
Nah, I'd just be doing audio right now.
You know,
my chin would stick out, and I just look. Nah, I look like Jabba the Hutt over here with long hair and glasses.
Oh my goodness, man. So yeah, man, this COVID-19 stuff, it really humbled us. So it humbled me a lot, you know. So yeah, I learned some things a lot more, you know, and I just don't hope we don't be another pandemic, you know. I mean, I just think that we just weren't prepared because when this was in China, we was like, all right, yeah, whatever, it's in China, okay. Yeah, but it came over here. I was like, ooh. And it's just it took off from there, you know.
I think that's when a lot of people started getting freaked out too.
Uh-huh.
As soon as the media came on, it's like, it is in the United States now. We have a few cases in this here. People are getting tested, and then people are like, oh crap. That stuff coming over here now. What the heck?
Yeah, I was at the beach during that time. I was like, oh, okay, I mean, ain't that serious. But then again, I was like, oh shoot, that's where they started closing everything down.
I just can't wait to go back to. Like as soon as it's all over, I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna eat some wings. I'm gonna drink me a nice cold beer. And I'm
Right.
gonna go across the street and watch a bad movie. It could even be a love story. I just want to watch a movie. It's gonna be a good time.
Well, I'm starting to like romance movies a lot. I used to hate romance movies until like I'm in a relationship now. I start watching that and I was like, oh, it ain't that bad. Okay. Like
Well,
Titanic forever. Titanic forever.
Oh, Titanic. Yeah, man. I wonder if they had intermission because that's a 4-hour movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, can you imagine you in the movie theater? You're like, all right, it's a 2-hour. We got a 30-minute admission. Everybody get up, go to the bathroom, come back. It's the second part.
3 hours and what, 15, 20
something
minutes?
It's
a long movie.
Break.
With commercials, it's almost 5 hours long.
Yeah, I'm looking like, what the heck, man?
That's crazy.
I need a bathroom break at least.
Yeah, man. I mean, the movie was good. It was cool though, But getting to relationships on Poare. So far as like people not working hard lately. So you've been noticing as far as this COVID stuff. I mean, not even the COVID stuff or anything, but I was just thinking that right now, like, I think you brought up something really, really interesting. People don't want to work hard in it. Like they just want to just, hey, be in it for like a few months, whatever, get what they want and leave. And what people fail to realize, relationships are like it's a partnership. That's something long term,
Yeah.
And we're not gonna really have like back in the day, like our grandparents or whatever, married for like 50, 60 years and that type of stuff. You don't really might not hear too much of that.
No, not anymore. I really don't feel like it. Rarely, I think you'll see that kind of.
I think it just depends on what you're looking for. I think if you're looking for a hookup, like it can be like easy and simple, but like if you just want something long term, and if they're not interested, then you move on.
True. But like even like I think even when couples like say they just get in like a huge argument and one just gets really mad at the other, it's just like, man, they get so mad and just out of spite, that type of person just might be like they just want to be with someone else for a short time, not really look for a relationship, but like a one night stand kind of thing, or just like, hey, I just need to get away from you for a while. They have that at their fingertips through social media.
Okay,
I will say this: if you are female, you definitely have options in social media, like more than a dude. Even a dude who like I think is probably like even looks good, 6-pack. There are more guys in a girl's DM, regardless.
Well, we talked about that. Like
a friend of mine, she like back at home, and we were hanging out, and I seen her Facebook, like she was like on Facebook, and I seen like up the bubble, in red letters or numbers, it'll say how many messages you have.
Right.
I seen 3 digits. I was like, whoa! Like I smacked her phone, I picked it up, like, what is this? And I opened it. This chick had over 300 messages from random dudes on Facebook.
Is her profile not on private?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And people just like
depends on.
But it don't be private for you to get 300.
I'm not saying like she wants that attention or likes it, but I'm just saying if you don't put your stuff on private, you have those options. As a matter of fact, you have exactly 372 options, other than the one that's right in front of you. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, it was like I said, it's well, see, this is what I was talking about. Like, it's this now. This is what I heard. It's this lady on YouTube. All she do is wash dishes, and she's making money by washing dishes. I mean, and I'm not upset about it. I'm just looking like, okay, like she's just, it's just. But it's like people giving her $100, $50. It be dudes doing that. I'm looking like, dang, like, I mean, that's an income.
If I could like sweep the floor or something, only in like a robe, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I'm just like some husband, but I'm not, and see if I can get some money out of that, because I bet I can't.
Well, I mean, you can make money by sleeping. Like you can make money. You can make money just putting. Yes, like it's crazy, man. I was like, bro, like, but hey, I mean, I'm not mad. It's a hustle. I think women do got a lot of options when it comes to money and sources, compared to men. But hey, I ain't mad at it. That's just how it is, I mean,
Like, yo, about to take a 2-hour nap. Get your PayPal's ready.
yes,
Going live
yes.
in
You
5
wake
minutes.
up. You wake up. You took a 2 hour now. You made $400.
That's insane.
And that's the society we. And then you ask yourself, do you get mad at the supporters or you get mad at the woman?
I'm not nobody.
Listen, if there's a chick that's like, yeah, I sell pictures of my feet, I wouldn't even be mad. Like, if my wife came up to me or something like that, or girlfriend, she's like, hey, I gotta tell you something. I've been selling pictures of my feet. I'm like, sweet. Like, we can go on a vacation. Like, that's a lot of money. Like, do you want me to help? Do you want me to, like, put some lotion on? Like, what do you need?
Right.
As long as you're not showing, like, doing sexual things, like, with your, private parts, then I'm okay with it. Like, if it's feet, nah, you do you, boo-boo. Just let me see some of that money. Take me out to dinner, dang.
See, well, yeah, well, I got to do an interview of a woman. She makes money. She literally made money by washing dishes. I got to do an interview with her. Like, I mean, I ain't mad at you, but I just want to say, dang, that's a good hustle. I mean,
that's awesome.
Like,
that's awesome.
I mean, yeah, like I said, bro, it's money out here, man. It's money out here, man. I mean, you can do what you want to do. You don't really have to like sell yourself to prostitution to make money now, like you have to back in the day. Like you can literally be in a bikini in a comfort in your own home, sell pictures of that, market yourself, and you can say, hey, if you want to see me in my bikini, give me $40, cash at me, boom. That's it. It's so easy, And I think since this COVID-19 stuff is going on too, a lot of women taking advantage of that, and I'm not mad at them.
Even if you're just sitting there like bra and panties, like what's really the difference between a bikini and your bra and panties? Yes, there are some out there that's revealing. Yeah, it's made to be like lingerie, but still just like normal.
I don't know why you put some on and give it a try.
I'm good.
Now you got it.
I'm all right.
I'm not doing. If I was a woman, I don't know. That's different. I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Are way more different than my boxers. Okay.
The same.
No, they're not. Women's are the same. Men's are not the same. The men's are not the same. We are not the same.
Wow, man.
I mean, there's some boxers out there that look like swim trunks, but they're so thin.
Or you get some Speedos, like, all kinds of stuff, man. Jesus, man.
I feel like these people, not just women, I feel like these people are providing a service.
Okay.
And, I mean, these people don't have to buy them or provide them any money.
You're right. That's true. That's true. It ain't like they're forcing them to do it. I mean, they voluntarily doing it.
Yeah, they choose to send them money.
And like, isn't there a thing where people will watch people eat? That's a thing too,
yeah.
Right?
The mukbang. Yeah, you can. So I could have easily did that with my cinnamon rolls. I could have said cinnamon rolls mukbang. I'm eating, and people donate money for that.
To you if you would have done that.
Yeah. I mean,
he's one of them actually. Obviously, there. He's like, I could watch you eat all day. I'm like, stop.
I could.
I mean, I don't understand how watching a person eating is entertaining. I never understood that, but hey, it is.
Now, if you chewing with your mouth open, done. Get out of my life. I don't need you as a friend anymore.
I can see people playing video games. Yeah, like watching people playing video games is entertaining. I'll say that,
Yeah, I mean, YouTubers, like all these gamer YouTubers.
Yeah.
Famous ones like PewDiePie and Markiplier and all them.
Definitely.
They were smart about it though. They started like when YouTube was kind of starting up and firing up.
I'd rather watch someone eat 50 pounds of noodles than watch a video game.
And then I would rather watch a video game than watch someone eat 50 pounds of noodles.
Yeah, see, it's different strokes for different folks, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I would actually watch vlogs of people going on adventure. Like,
I like that.
I thought about starting some where I would just go do, because I brought this up with my buddy like years ago. And I was like, dude, we should start like vlogs of when we go to these abandoned houses and stuff in Ohio, like we go to for adventures and stuff. He's like, yeah, we never did do it. Now look on YouTube. There's people freaking doing it. I'm so mad. And they actually have a lot of views. Like people like it.
It's
and nothing
people,
would happen. They're just exploring stuff. Like nothing scary or nothing like that would happen. They'd just be like, hey, found abandoned house. Looks really cool inside. And then they would just like film inside the abandoned house.
Yeah, it's easy. Oh, if you got an iPhone or a computer, you're good. Like I said, you don't have to be super creative with this. Like, I know a dude, shouts out to him. He from Detroit, and he been doing this for years. He go around to a lot of neighborhoods. Like he go to like hoods, like Houston hoods, Florida hoods, and he just go around and drive, and he just kind of filmed the neighborhood, and then he interviewed people in the neighborhood.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Hey, man, do you think what you think about the presidency? What you think about the mayor? Is he doing a good job? Is this a lot of crime in the neighborhood?" Like he went everywhere. Like, I mean, even in this COVID-19 stuff,
doing that.
Yeah,
some people like in the gangs and stuff don't like that.
Yeah. So I mean, I interview like me, like that's sort of like a podcast. I talk about a lot of stuff. So I like to interview. I like to, do a lot of stuff like that, man. I like to hear people's beliefs and what they come from, and I like reporting stuff. So it's kind of real cool, So yeah, man. I mean, if you want to do a YouTube channel, just go ahead and do it. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but it's worthwhile. Do it for fun,
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've always like talked about it and thought about it, but every time I had that idea and I went on YouTube and I seen someone else was doing it, I'm like, dang it, because I have this like mentality. I want to do something that no one has done.
Yeah.
So when I see other people doing it, I'm just kind of like, dang it, that's already done. I don't know if I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like some of these people look like they've been doing it for a while and they've got, legit cameras that are gonna cost like $1,000 to get, and I don't have that. I got my awesome Pixel 4.
Yeah, just work what you got, and then build up later.
Right. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Is anything you guys else want to talk about? Want to add?
No,
I talked about the grocery store workers. She at least get 35, 55 an hour.
Okay, that's more reasonable than your first offer. Saying $200 an hour. I'm like, sir, military don't get paid that much.
Right.
Get out of here with that.
35, 55 an hour. Like, yeah.
Forget that.
Well, I think the minimum wage should definitely be raised, and during stuff like this, I think they should get bonuses.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, because I'm thinking like after this is over, would a minimum wage go up, or would it just stay consistent? Like, all right, y'all got y'all money, y'all got the stimulus package, we're gonna go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
That's
my
what I was
cousin at the home said. They said something about grocery. Basically, if you were still working with the public, you would get. They were gonna add on hazard pay to their paychecks, but I think it was a hoax because I never heard anything about it since, and that was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I think.
Okay.
I don't know how really true that was. But yeah, I think it ended up being a hoax. But that would be kind of cool. Like for people who are still working over at Walmart and stuff, like who are exposed to the public, and maybe they are working, like they are exposed. So yeah, definitely having that hazard pay, like that extra hazard pay on the check, would actually be cool if the government did that. But I don't know how far that went.
That's interesting. Well, I was reading an article. They said it was going to give nurses, doctors, healthcare professionals at least some hazard pay.
That might have been what it was then. They misunderstood it.
Yeah, that would be interesting though, too. But then again, too, we got to think about it too. Like the 2020 taxes, we're gonna have to pay that back. We might get less in taxes. We'll see, because all this stuff.
That would be interesting.
Have they come out with any information? Like, has the government come out with information? Like, are we going to pay like that, like a percentage of it back? Like, what?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But this is the perfect opportunity to like. That's why I said save your money as much as possible. Because I'm saying like the economy gonna go back up eventually. So in this particular time, like the Great Depression, all that stuff in the 30s, like people saving their money. The people who did came out on top. So, because things gonna be on sale for a little bit, like housing, stuff like that. Nobody's buying really homes like that right now. So, when the time comes, you're like, oh, I got the money for it, and that's a good thing. I'll probably be doing like save as much as possible, save a percentage, especially getting that BAS in the military. You be good. Even if you're in the civilian world, try to look out for some other sources of income, which you can do for your community. Little things like that. That actually that'll pave a long way. So what I mean is like try to volunteer for like a Salvation Army or something. You can build your resume up if you do those things like that, regardless if you get paid. Because like, oh well, during this pandemic, you did donate a lot of canned goods and stuff like that. We got an opportunity for you. You get what I'm saying? So you can turn a negative to a positive. That's what I kind of want to focus on too.
I love your positivity.
Yeah.
You do. Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice. How much?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you're right. You can. You do have.
I wonder if
like make something
gas
out of it.
prices.
Hmm?
Oops, sorry. I wonder if gas prices are going to shoot up after all this.
I hope not.
To try and rebuild back any kind of revenue that they may have lost or something like that.
They can take a hit.
They can take a
Yeah,
hit.
not so many people drive right now.
The cheapest gas prices I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I'm looking like this the 90s? This the 2000s?
This is the 90s? Am I 5 again? What?
Right.
I remember when I was little, I remember sitting in the back seat of my grandma's car, and back then she rolled up to this tiny gas station close to her house, and that was when they actually had like people go outside and pump the gas for you and stuff.
Wow.
And, like they would actually wipe down your windows.
Oh yeah.
And all that. And she gave this guy $5, and that was a half a tank.
Wow.
Yeah. Because
Wow.
I remember her saying something about it. I gave her a half a tank.
That's crazy.
$5 gave her a half a tank.
Fill up a car with $10, man.
I'm like, jeez. So I'm wondering, like, gas prices had to have been like $1, like back then.
99 cents a dollar. Well, yeah, because I remember, yeah, early 2000s was like $1.20, $1.30. I'm like, okay, but now it's like, wow, that is interesting though, because not to me, because the bus transits and stuff like that. A lot of transportation is cut off right now. I think Uber cut off right now, or you can still catch an Uber or Lyft.
Actually, I don't know. I can actually go on my app right now and try to look for a ride.
Okay.
What you got?
Oh, I have to log in. This is a new phone.
I thought about that.
We'll say we're gonna go
What's going on right now?
in a perimeter.
Jones, what do you think of everything going on right now? What do you think the future is gonna look for us?
Yeah, it's gonna be a big significant change. I'll tell you that. I just pray that humanity would be a lot better for us, like caring. We get back to knowing our neighbors. I'm not even gonna get into the violence and all that stuff right now, but I would say I just want us to hopefully this will be a learning lesson. Like, okay, like restore relationships with your family. This is a perfect time. Restore relationship with your family members. Talk to them, conversate with them. Doing things like that is extremely important. Also too, learn basic survival skills. Did you know that?
That's a good one.
You can make your own. You can make your own hand sanitizer. A lot of people don't know that. You can do it with what's that? Witch hazel. You can have that and have some water. Mix it in together. And that's it. You got your hand sanitizer. It's little things like that. Improvise with a rag. If you ran out of toilet paper, learn how to cook. Learn how to bake. Learn how to do those type of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, just little stuff like that. But as far as the future, like I said, I just pray that, it will be okay. But a lot of people right now, some people right now is getting guns and stuff like that because they're afraid they might be people going to break into their homes and try to get their resources. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, people talking about the purge. I highly doubt a purge will happen. That would not happen. I mean,
That's
that
definitely not
would
gonna
really,
happen.
if a purge happened, our you think the economy is bad? The economy would definitely drop. The government is not going to do that. They're not. No, no, no.
That's
That's
crazy.
no. But I think it's going to be a certain individual people that are going to probably try to rob people's homes and stuff like that. Say, hey man, I need someone. I need to feed my family. You know, all that type of stuff. So you're going to have to, you know, protect yourself. So
So
yeah.
for Lyft, they have a notification on here
Okay.
saying that the health and safety of the Lyft community is their priority. So with involving the situation with COVID-19, they want to make sure the drivers and the riders know the best ways to help protect themselves. And they just go on like a guidance of saying like follow what your local area is saying. So if your local area is saying like don't be out, then don't be out. Which I'm assuming this is what we're doing too, because there's no Lyft drivers popping up on my app right now. And
Makes
usually
sense.
it'll pop some up just to kind of show you where some people are and who's closest to you. So yeah, there's nobody out right now.
Okay, well that kind of makes sense. You know, I'm assuming like the CEO of Lyft or Uber don't want to get sued or anything. So I mean, it kind of makes sense. So far as like extra side of income, you can't do that. You can. Well, they used to do Amazon delivery, but a lot of people walking off of Amazon right now. So
That's true.
Grubhub, they you know, it was people at one time, you know, who's calling for deliveries. You know, um now that stuff is dying down too. So it's like if you don't have any type of survival skills, man, you're gonna be kind of hit or any skill right now. I really feel like, but that's why I said like conversating and helping your people is extremely important, man. So hopefully this will be a learning lesson to like to get to know each other, because in order for us to combat this thing, we're gonna have to collectively come together as a people.
Stronger
Right.
together.
You can't fight a war by yourself. You're not gonna. Well, it depends what kind of war, but for the most part, in this situation, you're not gonna win by yourself. You need a team.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody has to be organized. You know, like everybody, you know, can't be an individual. So that's
Yep.
what I learned. So I mean, now let me say this too. Like, have you guys been? Do you think if you were a civilian in this current situation right now, the COVID, do you think you would be you would be very susceptible to the disease? Do you think you know you want to be as equipped or prepared as of now, as far as income wise and all this stuff?
Oh yeah, no, we're so lucky. We're so fortunate that we
Okay,
stayed. There's a lot
Yeah,
of people
we're
out there that are struggling with filing for unemployment and they want to work, but there's really
yeah, I
that,
okay,
agree.
that's just a tragedy, man.
okay, okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, man. Because you know, I'm thinking about the civilians too, man. Like you know, people like dropping like flies a lot, man. Especially back at home in Michigan. So I'm praying for the people in Detroit that was listening. Hope y'all be safe. For real, man.
Mhm.
It's crazy out there. You know.
I waited tables for like 6 years and bartended for like 2 years, so that's
Yeah.
I get it. It's rough.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, when I hear 20, I hear like 24-year-olds, 20-year-olds in the hospital because of this. That's crazy. And I'm thinking like these are individuals like, you know, that still got to live their life. You know, they didn't, you know, they got
Right.
so much to contribute to the world and they getting knocked out because of a damn virus. You know, that kind of it was hard for me to sleep at night with those type of things. You know, I hear those things, man. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think yes, how quickly people can get the corona and how fast it's spreading is what's really scaring people. Because like pneumonia will put a 20-year-old in the hospital,
Oh yeah,
but pneumonia is not spreading as fast as corona is.
true.
Then I think this place would be in a huge panic because pneumonia ain't nothing to mess with. Like you really, no matter what age you are, like, you can die from pneumonia. But yeah, like yeah, I just think it's how fast everything's spreading, and it is creepy. It does suck. I really do. I don't disagree with how society's as far as government-wise is reacting. As far as like limiting where we're going, how many people should be in one spot. Like I understand that. I just hope it don't last for too long. It's probably gonna be like this most of summer though, from the way it looks, and like how like different articles that I read saying like what the numbers are looking like, and when it's gonna be at its peak and stuff like that.
For at least 2 months, I feel like we're going to be on the same schedule. At least I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
Be prepared.
And if anything that I seen was actually like facts and like super true, then yeah, I think a lot of us ain't gonna go back to work until probably around July, because the peak of it, when everything's gonna hit at its most, is gonna be, I think it said around like end of May going into June. So
True. Well, yeah, Bill Gates was talking about like, well, the planet has to do like a 2-month lockdown, literally, in order for it to reach its peak.
Really,
then go on from there. Yeah, because he said we're gonna continuously to have cases. Because he did a TED talk about this 4 years ago.
Interesting.
I'm like, okay. Yeah, that was interesting. I was like, okay, so I don't know. And it's important to reopen the economy. It's important to reopen the economy and stuff like that. I do agree with that. People still need to get out and work. You don't want people being homeless, and yeah, that's another thing. And suicide rate may go up. A lot of stuff go. But you still want people to be safe. You want to take that health. Health is number one priority. But we gotta keep it moving at the end of the day. It might be some casualties going on, but
right.
Yeah.
I remember you can go inside of the restaurant and eat. Oh, those were the days.
Right? Yeah. There were the days. It's the little things, man, you miss. Like I really miss it. Seriously. You go to a drive-thru. I'm driving around when I had to pick my car up. I'm looking like, dang, like a ghost town. I'm like, it's 3:00 in the afternoon. Ain't nobody outside. Nobody. I'm like, what is going on? Like,
even when I was driving down Bemis, when we were going to the store yesterday, me and Sia, like Bemis was barely any traffic, hardly at all, and that was really weird to see. I was like, what is happening? It's the apocalypse.
I'm just like, it's crazy. I'm like, man, like, I'm looking like, and I'm just like, I started being grateful. Like, man, it was one time I can go to the movies and chill. It was one time I can go to the mall and chill. It was one time you miss all that, man. You like, dang.
Yeah.
It's just like little sacrifices for the greater good. Or whatever.
Yeah. There is one thing though, like that I'm slightly afraid of, is when everything does go back to normal, like the movies, restaurants, everything are gonna be booming for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody's. I know we're not the only ones missing it. Like everybody else is wanting to go to the movies, especially really social people. They're not used to this.
Well, this is why I said this is extremely important to invest in those things too. If you're into stocks and all that stuff, I'm like, hey, well, they're definitely gonna go up. Like, AMC opens back up. That's it. Hair salon's gonna be on jam. You'll have to call for an appointment.
Yeah, it's gonna be a friend of mine.
Yeah,
my friend of mine's investing in Tesla, because where they stop shipments and stuff.
Yes.
So he's thinking, as soon as everything goes back to normal, of course Tesla is gonna start shipping their cars and stuff out again. And he says, I'm gonna be so rich. I'm like, then you better freaking share it. Dang it,
man. Tesla, so it's like what I think $500 per share particular moment. So
then it's went up since he bought it then. So because I think when he said he bought it was like 400 a share.
Damn. Okay.
But yeah, he was smart doing that. I think my brother bought some in gasoline stocks or whatever.
Gasoline stocks, yeah.
Probably gonna definitely skyrocket, which it will. It may not skyrocket, but gas prices are definitely not going to stay at $1.80 a gallon. I think in Ohio it's like $1.40 or something like that a gallon. It's really cheap. So it's definitely going to go back up to probably where it was, like $2.60, $2.70, and I feel like the stocks will go up a little bit because of that. Might make a little bit of money off of it. Might not become a millionaire, but
yeah, like I said, I got my little Ameritrade account. I gotta invest in more into that on Tesla and everything because I've been losing some money lately. And I had to kind of sell it and invest into some bonds and stuff like that, so get it back so the economy goes back up. But it's all good though. It's part of the game. But yeah, like Tesla and everything. What was really cheap is Ford. Ford Motor Company's cheap. They're like $5.19 per share. I looked it up.
wow.
But they laid off a lot of people though. Especially in Michigan, they laid off a lot of people.
Probably because they know they're not going to be really selling anything for
Exactly. Yeah.
People are going to save their money for groceries and necessities that they need for their homes if they get locked down for a month.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
yeah, it's interesting, man. It's crazy how this has affected the whole world. You would have asked this like a month ago or so. I never would have thought. I'd be working from home and I would never be able to go to a theater right now. And
Oh God.
I probably would have went and watched the movie before this happened if I known this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Get that last minute fix.
What's the last movie I seen in the movie theater? I'm trying to think. Oh my God, was it Bad Boys for Life?
That was a good one though.
Yeah, it was a good one.
That was. I'm trying to think, like, cause
actually, wait, that might have been the last one I seen.
I can't remember,
It was
man.
the new Bad Boys movie.
Was it Bad Boys for Life or Wow.
But I was watching Walking Dead. I'm trying to catch up, and I'm in season 9 right now. Spoiler alert for anybody watching this who's not really watched season 9. But
yeah.
They're speaking. He was Carol in The King. What's his name? I forget his name, but the King, like her man. They were talking to this new guy, and they found like a new group, and they were like, saying, "Okay, you're gonna give us all the stuff." And then Carol was just like, "When was the last time you seen a movie?" And I was like, "Oh God, we sound like that right now."
Right.
They found this. They found the light, like the bulb needed for a projector. And they have the projector, but they just needed the bulb. Well, they found one, so now they can watch movies again and stuff at their camp and all that. So, and like the guy's like, he put down the sword. He's like, "What?" They actually joined their team because they were using that as a bribe. Like he's like, "All right, well, we'll do this if we get to watch 2 movies tonight." I was like, "Oh my gosh, man, movies are currency now." We're gonna be like,
I miss this because I got some stocks in AMC, man. It's been kind of going down drastically. So I'm like, man, but I know it's gonna go back up though. It will,
Hey, okay, well, July 4th be the first day when people will
coming outside.
Man, I think even if we're still on lockdown July 4th, people are going outside to like party.
No,
we're doing it.
Firecrackers. Man, Negroes, we gonna be outside, bro. It's people
gonna be outside.
That's how
they don't care.
The fireworks show. What are they gonna do?
Ooh, yeah.
No, Disney World won't have to be open. They do fireworks shows a lot, but yeah, fireworks and I don't know. 4th of July might be. That's gonna be interesting though, because people barbecuing people. What's funny though? Since this whole COVID stuff, I haven't been seeing any type of Easter holiday specials, like Easter holiday commercials.
I saw Reese's.
Oh, it's true.
I mean, I'm like, hey, people don't got no money. What's the point? Like,
on social media, I'm not really seeing any like Easter commercials.
Yeah, nobody talking about Mother's Day. Nobody's talking about, what I'm saying? That's funny.
I'm trying to remember too, like just kind of being in the stores when I am in there. If I've seen like any Easter candy, I can't remember. I'll look next time I'm in there.
What's Walmart yesterday? Yeah, no, they're everywhere.
Okay, so they're still setting out stuff.
Like
they're probably not really selling it.
Right. I'm looking like, dang, man, this is gonna be interesting, man, because hopefully before Father's Day or something, we be outside and chilling and stuff because I still believe we gotta get some type of physical activity, Oh yeah,
I mean, they say if you're getting physical, like if you're being active and like working out and stuff outside, they don't care.
Right.
They just don't want people in like large groups hanging out and doing stuff outside. like going to parks and be like 20 people there. Like they don't really want that.
Exactly. But now, like I said, I'm from Detroit and everything. So shout out to my people in Detroit, but gotta respect the social gathering. I've been hearing like articles and people in Detroit, like 40, 50 of them still outside barbecuing, chilling. And I'm like, come on, man. Like y'all gotta stay in the house. I mean, I know it's hard, but I gotta keep reporting this. I'm like, y'all gotta stay in the house, man. Like it's
I mean,
here's going.
I get their mentality. They're probably thinking like, oh, I got a great immune system. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
get it. But man, it don't have to be you. It could just be your friend next to you. Like, what if your friend? Like, what if this is getting strong enough to where it is attacking like 20-year-olds who don't have any health problems and it's taking them out? Like, what if your friend like gets corona because you all decided to like get in like a group of like 40 people and have a cookout, and that person gets sick, and then next thing you know, next week your friend is not there anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
we're looking at it.
I'm like, dang, man. I'm like in Detroit, man. We're gonna do what we want to do, man. It is what it is, though. Like, it's
Who knows? Who knows? They're thinking what they want to do.
I mean,
it's just not worth it. It's not. It's very simple.
Yeah, it's hard though. I mean, I kind of understand. Like, we don't like being told what to do. We grown. I'm gonna do what I want to do. You're gonna tell me to lock it, stay inside the home.
Sometimes, like, I sit here and think, like, I see all these people cooking out and stuff. I'm like, I bet you all these people you see cooking out right now are the rebels who never went outside, but now they're being told they can't go outside. They're going outside. And the people who are used to going outside all the time, like, they're staying in.
That's funny. That is funny though. They said like again, because like any other time, kids will be in the side of homes, But now it's a virus. Everybody outside playing.
Everybody outside playing basketball.
Yeah,
man. They can tell people that not to be on social media, or else your electronics will get like a virus or something. See if people get off of the social media.
see, that's what, and man, it's crazy though. It's crazy. So both of you guys, like, see, I know you're from Houston. Have you had like any people from Houston that had the virus that or any crazy stories coming out in Texas?
No, luckily all my family, the people I know in Texas, they're fine. My best friend's an epidemiologist, so she's like literally like that's what they work in is like infectious diseases.
Okay.
Not freaking out, so I'm not going to freak out until she freaks out.
Okay.
That's my rule.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, because where I'm from, man, a lot of people got it, man.
I'm not thinking about Houston, luckily.
Yeah, it's something real crazy. Let me ask y'all this, man. Do y'all think have y'all heard about these 5G towers? Like, y'all know anything about that? Okay, the reason why I brought that up because some people, I want to hear y'all thoughts on this. Some people believe that it has something to do why people are getting sick.
Wait, what?
So 5G towers is basically, how we got 4G and communication, cellular, right? So basically, 5G towers is contribute to a higher radiation, and it causes headaches, cancers, tumors, and all this type of stuff. And a lot of those towers are installed into near people's homes and stuff, so we can have faster internet connection, LTE, stuff like that. So our stuff in our GPS and all that, our cars will work electronically. And we were just saying, like, people's thinking like, man, it's not the virus, it's these 5G towers that's coming up that's being installed that's causing people to get sick. I just kind of want y'all thoughts on it. I don't know if y'all know too much information about it.
I mean, I don't really support 5G personally, but it looks like that's the way the phone companies are going. So that, but yeah, it's really like our phone is already like a lot of radiation.
Mm-hmm.
It's enhancing that. You want super cancer, bruh? It's gonna happen.
Honestly, I never really heard. I mean, I've heard of 5G was coming, but I didn't really have the knowledge of like they were building just new towers for it and stuff, and that they were building it close to home and that it creates radiation. Didn't know that.
I forgot what but they built like a 5G tower on top of like an apartment building, and there's like people who are like freaking out, and they got there's a lot of symptoms coming up.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
That's interesting. No, dang. Yeah.
That's
No,
what-
I'm
yeah.
good. I'm good
Yeah.
with 4G. I'm good.
Yeah, Air 4G LTE. Yeah, I seen some information on that, you know, offline and everything.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
man. So, I guess we kind of answered this question. What can we do to move forward? I guess right now, as a people, as a country, I just pray that we like I said, we learn something from this, and we become better. We just don't go back. We have a tendency, to go back to our old habits, and not knowing each other, not providing good relationships with one another. So, that's important though. Like, human decency. That's all. All this stuff. All this stuff is important, man. So,
Right.
Yeah. So, but that's good, man. Is anything else you guys want to add? Just
I think we've had a lot of good topics, but thank you. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. Good talk.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on.
For
Chill.
sure.
To do.
It was dope. It was real dope. And
For an hour and a half. Dang.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and time flies when you're having fun, man.
Yeah, sorry. It's feeding time for me, not gonna lie.
Oh man. Yeah, I gotta get you guys on later on, throughout the week and stuff.
Definitely. Get me back on here, man. I'll do another live video again.
Oh man.
I worked at the prison or something, or the halfway house and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. When I get that fresh new haircut, I'll be good, like
Yeah, I'm getting headaches. My hair is just getting heavy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous out here, but we're gonna be all right. Still, we got to keep it moving. So, but appreciate everybody on the chat. Thank you, BMT. Thank you, Levon. Just DeAndre, people from Facebook. Appreciate y'all commenting on this. So I might make a later video on tomorrow, whatever, or later today. But yeah, so this is Nate. This is Sia. Good individuals. Thank y'all for coming on to this channel, man. So you guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Just having a discussion. If you guys want to be on this panel, please email me, message me on Facebook. And yeah, and that's it, man. So you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of y'all day.
Will do. You too, sir.
Thanks,
all right, bro.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.